welcome back, welcome back. What's going on, subs? And how y'all doing, noobs? And just in case you don't know what a noob is, that's short for newbie. And a newbie be anybody checking me out, maybe for the first time, maybe for the second, and may even be for the third. Honey, we don't count those numbers around here. We really don't. I just want all of my subs and noobs to gather around and come on in, come on in, come on in. Okay, so for today we are doing a check-in, and you guys know, well, those who are initiated, that today I am going to give you the rundown and the latest deets as far as the upgrades that I have been making in my life. Just little tweaks here and there. These are improvements from the rooter to the tutor, from the tops of my head to the soles of my feet, just to make my life just a little bit better, just to live better, eat better, be better all the way around. This is something that I like to call Dolce 2.0, okay? So it's me, but just better, okay? So anyway, the way that we run this down is I go through certain categories and then I give you an update as far as how I have been doing in these specific categories. So first up is water. We usually start off with water, and that's because I've been trying to improve my intake of water because it's very helpful for your body all the way around, including digestion and your outward appearance as well as your innards. So with that being said, nothing has changed in that category. I have been doing well with water, as well as I am continuing to do well with my sleep. And again, for those who don't know, I had been struggling with my sleep, not getting enough. I try and get about 7 to 8 hours per day, and I was falling well below for a long time. But again, I have been doing well with my sleep regimen, basically where I wind down before I lay down, with the showers, with the pillow mist, and all these good things that I talked about before. So sleep, I'm doing very well with that. Now with exercise, you guys know that I have been walking is my thing. I like to walk. It sets the tone for my day. And even when the weather changes, I still try and continue with my walks. I didn't walk the last time around. I hadn't really gotten back up because it was really hot. But now that it's getting cooler, I was gearing up to start my walks yet once again. Well, honey, let me tell you, I do little videos on the weekend, little motivational videos. And I was in my car recording one of these videos. And we'll get back to that a little later. But I was recording, and this is in the afternoon, maybe about 2 o'clock, something like that. Anyway, I just happened to look up and I saw a huge coyote. Yes. He was just traipsing, just very casually walking across the street. He did look both ways too. I was very surprised. But he looked both ways and crossed the street. And when I tell you that this coyote was huge, I mean, he was big. And he had this big tail, and he was just, very casual. He wasn't scared. He wasn't like skittish. He just walked like he owned the street, and at this point, yes, he did. And he just disappeared on the other side of the road. Now, just to give you a little background, where I am, it is somewhat rural. We do have horses, and if you go down the road, like if you jump on the highway and like maybe an exit or two down, there's cows and stuff like that. And even at night, you'll hear the coyotes and foxes, because foxes, I believe they yip. Yip, 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 yip. You know what I mean? So you'll hear coyotes or foxes at night. I have seen a fox at night, just very quickly when I took my dogs out to pee or whatever like that. And, that wasn't too big of a deal because they weren't really close. But this coyote, he was up close and personal. I mean, he was merely feet away. And again, I was in my car, so I wasn't scared. But it put me on notice because where I was parked, which is where I saw him, that's where I walk. That is part of my route. So with that being said, I said, you know what? Well, maybe I'll walk with a stick. I have a walking stick. And then I said, I don't have time to be wrestling with no coyotes and chasing them. Y'all already know about the bee incident. Okay, so bees, okay. But I can't be swinging my shirt around to get rid of a coyote. I don't need him to be putting his paws on me or my paws on him or running. I just don't have time for that. So with that being said, I am going to have to reroute my walking route, and I may have to just sort of stay on campus of where I am on the complex, which is kind of like, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. And like I said, they do have a center where you can, exercise and all like that. So maybe I'll use one of the walking machines in there. I'm sorry. I'm losing my words. It's not one. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's not a stairmat. The stuff that you walk on, and it's a conveyor belt and it's stationary walking system. Anyway, maybe I'll use that, but I like being outside. So I'll just reroute it, but I wanted to get you guys up to date with that. There was a coyote that I saw out there. So it would behoove me to try and, once I resume walking, to be cautious of that. And in me doing that and being cautious, I'm going to reroute where I walk. So I'll keep you guys posted with that. In the meantime, I've been doing my lunges, I've been doing my crunches, I've been using my exercise bands. You guys remember the exercise bands? So when I sit, especially because I work from home, so when I sit, I put the bands around my legs and I do some exercises with that, try and keep my muscles and my legs looking somewhat toned, as well as I told you guys that I've been looking into Pilates, but I've been kind of lazy as far as really putting in some work and finding and signing up or committing to a class. So I'm just a little step further. Haven't gotten there yet. I'm a little step further, but I think I may actually take a class. There's a Pilates studio out here, and I believe it's like a chain. It's Pilates something or other or whatever, and they have different studios in different places, and I may check that out. So we'll see, but I'm a little closer to getting to that. Okay, so moving right along, food. You guys know that I like to update you all on what is going on in my pantry, in my refrigerator, what's going on in my diet. I don't really eat bad food. I really don't. I don't like a whole lot of fried and this and that, but I do partake in a little bit of sugar here and there. And I told you guys that I was cutting back on that, which I have been doing. I'm still cutting back on sugar, or I'm still eating less sugar, because y'all know that ice cream is my very best friend, and we don't see each other quite as much. We see each other every day, but we cut down on the amount of time, i.e. the amount that goes into my bowl. So that's been working for me really well. I've been using these really small bowls. I got these from Target a while back, and it's really a serving bowl, so it's for like chips and dip and things of that sort. And I said, well, this is a pretty good size for me to put my ice cream into and help with my portions. And it has been working well for me. Now, for some of you, you may think, well, this is still big. Honey, this is nothing compared to what I used to eat. Trust me, okay? So this is definitely an upgrade as far as downgrading the portions that I have been eating. I told y'all that I was gonna re-up on my matcha. Okay, so you guys have seen this before. I re-upped on this because you go through matcha pretty quickly. At least, most of us do that really like it. So I re-upped on my matcha. I get this one from Amazon. This is Jade Leaf matcha. I really like it, so I got this. And in addition to my multivitamin, which is the Vitafusion gummies, I also re-upped on my vitamin C. So I like this one by Nature Made. And it tastes like oranges. It's an orange tablet. Now that the weather is getting cold, you guys know that vitamin C is very good for your immune system as well as other things. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. Now to the food, because that was, like the supplements. But the food, now y'all know that me and TJ, we always get together and have a good time. We really do. And for those who are not as close to TJ as I am, that's Trader Joe's. So for my latest and greatest, as far as Trader Joe's is concerned, I really like I tried their orange chicken. And I don't think I told you guys about this. And if I did, just forgive me. I'm just going to tell y'all again. The orange chicken is very, very good. Now, for those who eat, I guess, Panda Express, it's sort of like the fast food, sort of the chain food, fast food, Chinese food that's very popular out, at least out here. Panda Express, their orange chicken is like one of my favorites. So I said, you know what, I'll try it. And I tried it and I really, really do like it. And just put it in the oven. It comes with the sauce or the little marinade or whatever, the orange chicken sauce. You heat everything up, you pour it on the chicken, or I like to put it in a bowl. Then I serve it with a side of vegetables. I try and stay away from rice, even brown rice. I'm trying to cut back on my starches, which is basically sugar as well. But I try and be careful with my starches. So with that being said, I'll just have that and some broccoli or some kale, and I'm good to go. So for anybody who's very into the Panda Express or orange chicken overall, you can really doctor it up and put little green onions or whatever your taste may require. I put a little bit of sesame seeds sometimes, but it's really good. It's really good. I've had it more than once, and it's going to be one of my staples as far as when I go to Trader Joe's, what I re-up on. Now, speaking of kale, I'm pretty sure you can probably find it in other stores. But at TJ's, I picked it up before, a long time ago, then I forgot. You know what I mean? I forgot about it because I've been getting kale from other places. When I went in there the last time, there I saw the Tuscan kale. And I remembered, I said, you know what? I remember this being really good. And honey, it is. Regular kale, I can't go backwards. Let me just tell you, once you eat, if you're into kale, whether for your smoothies, whether for just part of a salad, whether you like to simmer it down with a little bit of garlic and whatever. If you are into kale and have never tried Tuscan kale, I'm telling you now, you need to try it. And once you try it, you may never go back to regular kale. That's how good it is. Because me, myself, and I can't go back. Now that I have reminded myself of what Tuscan kale tastes like, I can't go back. And you might be saying, okay, we got it, Dolce. Now, what does it taste like? Oh, hold on. Hold your horses. I'm about to tell you. Tuscan kale, you can even tell by the leaves. It is a richer taste. It's very dark. It reminds you of, I'm trying to think of what it would remind you of, but it's the leaves themselves. It sort of curls and the leaves are a little bit plumper. It's almost artisanal, but the taste, you can't beat it. I mean, kale is good, but Tuscan kale is even better. It's a richer, bolder taste. You don't have to do too much to it. So you don't need to add a whole bunch of salt to it. Well, we're talking about Dolce 2.0. It's kale 2.0. It really is. It's a really nice, robust flavored kale. And I'm probably not doing it any justice as far as the description, but you really have to taste it for yourself. And again, if you're already into kale, and maybe if not, maybe if regular kale just don't turn you on, you just like, I just can't do it. You may want to try this. It may change your mind as far as your opinion of this particular green, but I'm in love with it. And like I said, I just can't go back. So yeah, that's a little tidbit for y'all. So shout out to TJ. TJ, that's my boy. That's my boy. He always comes through. Okay, so for the next category, we're going to talk about wellness. Okay, so wellness for me also includes plants because in my life, they spark joy. So I gave you guys a little update that I got a new plant. And I'm very happy to report that she is doing well. She was a little bit shorter the last time y'all saw her, but she has grown and she seems to be flourishing. So, as y'all know, I had a little incident with my last little baby. It doesn't matter. We're not going to talk about her. She's on the other side of the green rainbow. But this one, she is doing well. She's doing very well. And this is a peperomia. And in addition to her, I got another plant. Yes, I got another plant. I told you guys that through my job, they have this little group, women's group and this group, and they have a plant group. I don't know if that's what it's called. I think it's called growing. Anyway, so I got another go, okay? I got the blossom kit. And it's just seeds right now. I didn't plant anything yet, but you get the whole kit. But you get everything that you need in this little box. And this particular plant or flower is a coleus. I think that's a little box is the actual planter. So I cannot wait to get started on this. And this is supposed to be winter or cold weather friendly. So my plant and flower brood is growing. In addition to that, a while back, well, a long time ago, I used to get into painting my nails and doing little decorative things on them. And so I have decided to get back to that. I saw these on Amazon and I decided to pick these up. These are nail art brushes. And I am going to use these to make little, once I do my nails, because sometimes I don't feel like doing them. And especially, I think I told you guys that I have bouts of eczema. And sometimes I break out on my hands, and that sort of discourages me from painting my nails. So I just sort of leave them alone because I don't feel, my hands look terrible at that point, and I just don't, whatever, I just don't feel like doing them. But I am going to make an effort to really get back to the art side of things and do a little nail art on my ring fingers. I don't need it on every finger. And you guys know when I have gotten my nails done, as far as going to the nail salon, I usually get some type of design on my ring finger. Speaking of nail salons, I think I'm gonna give up on the gel. I tried that twice and it was cool as far as longevity, but it really messes up your nails. It at least it does mine. And I did it, when I try to remove the gel, I did it the way you're supposed to do, with the foil and this and that, yada, yada, yada. And it still sort of leaves my nails kind of yellow and weak, which I don't like. My nails naturally are pretty healthy. And so once I stop doing the gel, or once I get that off, it's like this whole period that I got to wait for my nails to replenish its health. And so now that they're sort of back to healthy, even though my hands are not, but now that everything is once everything lines up, my hands and my hand health and my nail health and all like that, I'm going to start doing a little bit of art. So these are the nail art brushes. Okay, and this one, they come in a pack of, 5? And they come in different sizes. I'm not going to take everything out. But once I do start to make the designs, if you guys are interested, I'll just do a video on what I do. And I keep it pretty simple, but now that I got these brushes, these professional brushes, well, I might explore my creativity. So you just never know. So anyway, these come in different sizes, 12 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 8 millimeter. And those who are into these things, you guys know more than I do, but that's what the brush looks like. I don't know if you can see it, but it just helps you to make intricate designs on your nails. So I am going to do that. I guess the trickiest thing is I'm left-handed, so how am I going to do, I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? When you do both hands, then I got to do it with the right, and I don't know how that's going to look. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all part of wellness, right? So I am going to be doing that. And again, exercising the creative side of my brain. And yeah, again, I found these on Amazon, and I will let you know and show you what I do with them as far as my nails are concerned. Okay, so anyway, got this little wristlet from Kate Spade. And I think it is one of the cutest things I have ever seen. I mean, I don't think Kate Spade, now for those who are not familiar, Kate Spade, she makes shoes and handbags and other little accessories. The company has been around for a very, very long time. But I don't hear a lot of people talk about Kate Spade. She does a lot of whimsical and tongue-in-cheek things, such as this burger wallet. She's sort of known for that. Fun things. Think of like a Betsy Johnson. Now, for anybody who has seen my vlog, one of my first vlogs, went shopping, I went to the Kate Spade outlet. So I do like her. In fact, I'm recording on my phone and I have a Kate Spade phone case. So I do like her products. So anyway, just really quickly, I just wanted to show you guys this. This is a leather wallet, and you can see that it has a little burger on it. and I just absolutely love it. It's just the cutest thing. I bought it online, Kate Spade outlet. They should still have some, and they have, everything has been on sale. So I bought this on sale, as well as 2 bags that I think I'm going to do a review on them, because you guys know that I'm in my bag era. So I've been buying bags and just up in my game as far as my handbags are concerned. But I figure I'd sneak on in here and show y'all the wallet at least. So it has slots in the back for your cards, and you can open it up and you can put your keys in it, and you know, all this good stuff. And it is leather. Okay, so it is leather. Not only is the wallet or the wristlet leather, but that little burger with the sesame seeds and the lettuce and tomato and cheese, it is leather. And for anybody who knows me, this is right up my alley. I like little cutesy stuff like this. So I just had to show you guys this at least. I'm so glad I got it, because seeing the little burger with the cheese on it sparks joy in me. Yes, it does. And lastly, but not leastly, I gotta up my game as far as my technical stuff. Now, I know I had mentioned that before, but again, those who are initiated, I tried to do a video, the same video where I saw the coyote, the big coyote. Yeah. So when I was doing that and I finished recording and I got in and I went to edit, no audio. Well, there was audio, but it was in and out. It was very splotchy. So I gotta really commit to upping my game, but still keeping it simple. Because even though I am tech aware, I don't want to get tech fatigue. I don't need to be overwhelmed with a whole bunch of this and that and and computer this. And I just want to shoot and go, record and go. So I'm thinking of upgrading maybe either my phone, because I record on my phone. I've been looking into cameras. I went camera shopping. As far as the microphone, I should definitely get that, but then what kind of microphone? But I narrowed it down to what I will be getting, I believe. Yeah, but this will definitely spark joy in me once I make sure that my audio and, you know, the visuals and everything comes together, so I don't have to basically worry about not getting the shot or the audio that I need in order to post all these lovely videos that I have been churning out. So with that being said, one sound monkey don't stop no show. I am going to get something else, and I'm going to really focus in on upping my game as far as the tech side of things. I will keep you guys posted with that. Okay, so with that being said, I think we ran down a couple of different things. I think we're doing pretty good. I think we have basically talked about it all. I think we have covered just about everything. I really do. So with that being said, we are just going to bring this to a close and get up out of here. What do you think? I think we should, honey. So that's what we're about to do. So with that being said, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. I need y'all to come on back in here, because that's going to help with my wellness, because we got some more stuff to talk about, as we always do. So you got to come back for that. So you already know. It's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. So you